Leo, happy birthday. My name is Gregory Scott and this is your astrology forecast for August, your birth month 2015. I'm going to give you a rundown of how you're going to be affected by this, what the influences are going to be like, and I'll even give you some specific dates so you can look out for things coming up. Okay, so the first thing that is quite significant is that Venus, the goddess of love, moves into your sign on the 1st of August, so you really start this month with love on your side. And not only that, but Venus is in your first sector of self, so you're going to really feel very confident within yourself. You're going to feel very positive towards yourself. I think you'll be able to take a lot of action. I think you'll feel romantic. I think you'll feel like you can engage with the process of life in a healthy, helpful, positive way, and there's going to be a huge amount of enthusiasm and passion going on for you. So if you remember, in July I did a video on something called the Star of Bethlehem. It's when Jupiter and Venus conjoin to create the illusion of being one star, and you could see it in the heavens. That has kind of moved away from each other now, but in terms of the astrology, those kinds of things are still, not those kinds of things, those two planets are really still affecting you, and the energy can still be felt. It's in your first house, okay? And it's a sign of hope, and it's a sign of new beginning. And for you, Leo, it's about being your true confident self. It's a wonderful time, and it's a wonderful kind of, not just for this month, but for the foreseeable future, it's a time of you grasping your own strength, not going into doubt at times, and really just putting the things that you care about out there. Being on your life purpose, doing what you feel like you're meant to do without obstacles in your way, without being held back. On this day, there's also a T-square, which is an area of real motivation with a solution to it. And I think that the people in your life that you feel comfortable with can often also, at the same time, give you comfort, but also give you a certain framework to operate in. You know, you can do this, you cannot do this, social norms, social expectations, and I really think that rather than rebel against that level of control, especially from your family, you just kind of transcend it. You know, sometimes we have to face things head on. You have to be an accountant. No, I am not going to be an accountant. Okay, so that's a definite kind of conflict. But here there are certain things of you conforming in a certain way. So for men, often it's about not showing feelings, unfortunately, and really putting a front of being really confident and stoic. You can transcend that by embodying that, by going further, and by embodying your own, making that your own brand of stoicism or success or manliness. You don't have to confront it, but you can transcend the things that are being presented to you. Does that make sense? So you're not just going to be the manly man who provides, but you're going to be the manly man who provides with a great sense of fun, and also who's got feelings and who's not afraid to show his emotions, all of that stuff. So it's about going that step further. On the 3rd of August, there's a grand trine in water. And this is interesting because what this does is it takes those structures and those kind of expectations that are placed on you by other people, and you're able to really heal and remove some of those blocks that have been placed on you by getting spiritual, by saying, okay, this is what my family says I should be, but who am I really? And who has the authority to tell me who I am? Is it my family, who are also just people, or is it the universe, or is it God, or is it myself? Who am I? And that kind of statement, the thought that no one but God can judge you. And I think that really empowers you and that liberates you, and by thinking and by casting your focus onto the spiritual, it really gives you a sense of liberation and a sense that you can be whoever the hell it is you want to be, frankly. Because this is your life, it's not your mom's life. You can be whatever you want to be, and if that's outlandish or if it's very conservative, it's your choice. It's not my choice, it's your choice, and you deserve to be able to make that choice. Okay, Pluto is also in retrograde at the same time, And it's been in retrograde since the 16th of April, and it continues to be in retrograde until the 24th of September. And that's sitting in your 6th house. And when Pluto's in retrograde, it kind of tends to pull away negativity. And the 6th house, the most negative way of looking at the 6th house is being as purgatory. So it's almost like Pluto is sucking you out of purgatory and is putting you in the real world, and it's helping you to express yourself and to really be that phoenix rising from the ashes. So Pluto is really causing a fabulous amount of energy in your life and really causing that enthusiasm, that joy for the process of life to bubble up within you, to burn brightly within you. On the 5th of August, the moon starts to trine Jupiter, and Jupiter is in your 1st house. So what I really get is that the 5th of August is a wonderful time for you to be out and about, to maybe take a trip, to travel in some way. You're going to feel very safe and very comfortable. You are inspired by that trip, you learn something new, and that informs you about who you are even more. So it's got the kind of feeling of a pilgrimage to it. Please make use of that day on the 5th of August to learn something new, because you have greater insight, i.e. then greater confidence and greater self-reliance. The 7th of August sees the sun squaring the moon. And this is interesting because it's like you have a foot in either camp, night and day. You see yourself and how you are and how you're developing. And then you see yourself in work. And I think what you do is you do a little bit of comparing. Does your work match who you are? Are you maximizing your potential? And I get a feeling that you're pretty satisfied with what you're doing. And I think you appreciate the stability, and I think you appreciate that you've got a job that's meaningful and that allows you to express your purpose, and that really is a reflection of yourself. And if that's not the case, if it's completely the other way around, and you're a vegan working in an abattoir, then that's going to cause huge problems. You're going to see both the things, and it's not going to cause huge problems, but you'll see the disconnect. It'll become clear as day to you on this day. So the 7th is a great time of insight. On the 8th, Mercury goes into Virgo, and I think you become much more business savvy around this time of the month. You can see what makes money, you can see what doesn't make money, you can see easy ways of tweaking the existing world for your benefit. There's also a grand trine, a grand cross in your chart, and this is interesting because you use your savviness to again kind of sidestep and not directly confront people, but it's almost like you sneak past them and you use your own hopes and dreams and ideals to realize some of your wishes in life. So let me explain that. So you've become much more focused and self-empowered. You've got a lot of that energy about who you are, and you're not so bothered about what people say you should be. And because of that, you can use your energy. It's like you've discovered a gift within yourself by disregarding the pressures of other people. By disregarding that pressure, it's opened you up inside. You can use that on the 8th, and you build your own success. That's your unique success. So well done, that's amazing. On the 9th, Mars goes into your sign in Leo. So your ruler, the sun, is in your sign. Now Mars is in your sign. Venus is in your sign. Jupiter is in your sign. The midheaven is in your sign. It's really, really your month. There's no end to your power. There's no end to your energy. There's no end to your drive to move forward, for your love and enthusiasm for the world, for the luck that is just overseeing you, and this is really your month. It's fab. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, so you go from strength to strength in terms of your career, in terms of the way you are able to make money, and the way you feel about yourself. So not only do you have success in your work, but you also assert yourself. No, I am not this person that you think I am. I am this person. And that's strength, you know? I'm not going to be a chameleon. You don't need to like me. If you don't like me, I'm certainly not going to change for you. I am who I am. You do like me, that's wonderful, we can have fun together, that's great. But it's about you taking real ownership and being crystal clear about who you are. Wonderful. 11th of August sees the moon trining Neptune. And this is interesting because I think someone in your life actually gives you opens your eyes up in terms of what other people are going through and what other people need. So this sense of confidence is embodied. It's like it sinks into you. You don't lose that. You just embody it. You own it. And now on the 11th, your eyes are open to what other people are going through right now. You've got a choice on what to do about that. You can either use this power and the strength that you've got to get involved with that or not. It's really your decision, and it depends on how your month turns out. But it's not, what I mean is that you're not completely self-centered and self-absorbed in August. You certainly aren't. You have the full picture. You have a clear picture. Between the 12th of August and the 19th of August, Mercury starts to trine Pluto for those couple of days. And that is very interesting because you can take something existing that hasn't worked out very well and you can fix it to make it a real success. So, for example, you could buy a business that's gone bust and turn it around to be a success again. You could take a job where everyone is very negative, and you can turn that around through your own communication and action to turn it into something that functions very well as a team. It's that kind of energy. You can take something that is not good right now and you can transform it into something that really is efficient between the 12th of August to the 19th. Also on the 12th, Jupiter goes into Virgo. And that's significant because Jupiter is going to stay in Virgo for a year. It's going to stay there until the 10th of September 2016. So big change. And it means that your good luck factor is activated by taking practical action, and particularly getting involved in casting your mind around and getting your head around finances. I think you're going to do very well with those in August particularly, but over the coming year as well, as long as you take practical action, as long as you face what's coming, and you've got a knack for it with that Mercury. You understand things that have eluded you in the past. On the 14th of August, there's a new moon, and that happens in your first house of self. So, the little lion cub is now transforming into the big lion that he can be. It's like, you know, the Pokemon that are one thing and that become another. So, all of this wonderful energy that's come into your life at the beginning of August, it really creates you the way you want to be, and you're really at the height of your powers. I don't know how to bring that home any other way, but if you're charming, you're the most charming you can be. If you're bright, you can be the brightest you can be. If you're business savvy, you're going to be the most business savvy that you can be. Things are clicking into place. This is your time of the year. You are the luckiest sign of the chart in August. You're going to have the best month. And that's because you're your own best friend and things are working for you very well. It's also an opportunity for you to heal your relationships with other people, or to finish them. So, your mother's been griping at you to get married, or your father has been griping at you to get married for the last 5 years. And for the last 5 years you've said, yes, maybe in the future. But in truth, you've been convinced that you will never get married because you don't believe in marriage. You just don't want to do it. So, around the 14th, you can actually say, Mother, I am never going to get married. It's not who I am. I'm not doing it. And that will end that nagging. She might be upset. She might accept and she'll say, well, thanks for clarifying, at least I know. And that's the kind of thing. You're taking ownership of your own stuff, of your own personality, and you're letting other people know who you are in a very precise way. On the 15th of August and through until the 13th of October, so for 2 months, Jupiter starts to oppose Neptune. And that happens between... okay, so this is a great time of manifestation for you in terms of your finances. You can actually dream things. I want to make this happen in terms of my business. And the right people fall into place, the right circumstances appear, and you manifest success very easily. So for the next 2 months, you and business are like that. you do very, very well. If you're a pensioner, you will find easy ways of manifesting more money. It's like magic, really. There is magic in the world, and this is it. 18th of August, the moon is in Libra, and that connects with your Mars and your midheaven in your first. So, again, I think a really clear view of what you're trying to communicate, what you're trying to say, but you're also, again, very considerate of other people, and I think you can build bridges. And you can, through your clarity and through your crispness, if that's a word, and through your forthrightness this month, you're going to meet someone on this day, I think on the 18th, who you can build a relationship with, who's also very forthright and who's very clear. Okay? That's a specific type of energy that you have to tap into. Some people are very sensitive and they don't like people who are really abrupt and slam things down, you know, very, very directly. But you're very direct this month, so you get on well with those people and you can build a very good relationship with someone like that. And those kind of people are often very powerful because they are able to see things in very definite terms, so they don't waste a lot of time trying to figure things out. On the 20th of August, the moon is right on top of your ascendant, at the root, at the base of your chart, and that trines Neptune. So this is a good time to feel very comfortable with other people and to see how you can how they can match your expectations. I think you become more generous and loving towards the people in your life. So where you've seen flaws in the past, around the 20th you see assets. On the 23rd of the month, there's another T-square, which is an area of motivation with an outcome here. And what I've just mentioned about seeing the positive aspects of people rather than their flaws, I think that if you allow that to happen, I think that grows and grows and grows, and I think you will actually start to develop some sort of romantic feelings towards someone in your life who's already there. You can see the beauty in someone, you know. Sometimes love is instant, sometimes you see someone and it's love at first sight, or sometimes when there's a past life connection, you think, I know you. We have been together in the past and I feel very strongly. But sometimes you have someone in your life and you don't take notice of them, and then one day it's like, oh my goodness, wow, I see you now. And I think you have that kind of moment of you see something you see the beauty in something that's been there all the time and that you've missed until now. A grand trine in fire, your element, occurs on the 24th. And that happens again with this romance theme, and it's most likely to happen that you find this fire within you, this romance within someone else, is by traveling, or I don't think it's someone in your home circle or in your inner network. It's someone new. So this is maybe, you know, that you discover that you've always had a type and now you see someone completely different who you think, how could I have been so blind? How could I have not seen this? Okay, on the 26th, there's a kite in your chart, and that is between your Sun and your Jupiter and your Neptune. And again, what I really think is that you get some kind of a message from the universe which kind of trickles down the line of that kite and within you, and you can put it into practical action. So what I get for you around the 26th, Leo, is that your antennas, your kind of spiritual ding ding ding, you know, your receptors are very, very finely tuned. You pick up a lot of info, you get a lot of ideas, and you can actually turn those into gold. You can turn those into practical reality. That's a very unique talent. You know, a lot of people have ideas, some people have no ideas. Some people can make things happen physically, some people can't. But you can, on this day, you're getting both good ideas and you're able to put them into practice. So 26 is a great day to take something, to be inspired by it, and to actually do something with it. Mercury moves into Libra on the 28th. And now you become much more focused on I think you become even more considerate now towards the end of the month. And you think about how other people feel and how you come across. And then the new moon occurs, I'm sorry, not the new moon, the full moon occurs on the 29th in the 8th house. And this is the 8th house. It can, sometimes it can be seen as the house of death. And Pisces can be seen as the end of the chart, the death cycle. And what I get is that I think you have a dream around the 29th, not to scare you or anything, but I don't think this is going to be scary. I think this is going to be a very healing experience, where you have a dream, or you have a vision, or you have an insight where someone from your past or someone who's passed away actually comes into your dreams and blesses you. And blesses you in a way that makes you feel more alive, and that makes you feel more here, and that really puts you into the now. I am alive, I'm living here, I have opportunities, I can breathe and eat food on the 29th of August, and my body can go places, and I can take this day and make something with it. That's the kind of blessing I think you get on the 29th. And then to finish this month, there's a yod in your chart, the finger of God. And all of the things that you've been doing this month, all of the work, all of the self-expression, there's a rebirth, there's a conception of a new you that is really a manifestation of the real you, which is in spirit, which comes through on planet Earth. Wow. You become really a powerful avatar of your true self. So this is a very great month of self-actualization, Leo. It's a wonderful month of becoming the real you, becoming the you always wanted to be. You're reaching your true potential. So I hope you found that useful. If you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. You can send me an email. The address is readings@gregoryscott.co.uk. And please remember to subscribe to the channel. Have a wonderful August. You can find me here on the channel every day for the daily tarot reading, for the monthly astrology reading, and then all the other videos that I do. So I look forward to connecting with you soon, and have a wonderful month.